Yo, what is up, everybody? And today we are back on the channel with some Madden 26 franchise mode with our Tennessee Titans. Today we have a good one. Eagles versus Titans in primetime football Sunday night lights. 6 and 0 versus 5 and 1. And this is going to be a matchup where we really have to prove ourselves. Like, if we can win tonight, then I can really say that confidently that we're going to be good for the rest of the season. Cuz honestly, another thing is if we win tonight, we're going 10 and 0 through the 10 weeks because the beginning of the season schedule, we've already got past the Jaguars. The Jaguars were the hard part. Everything else has been kind of like this is the only matchup that is really challenging, especially for the team the Eagles have. You're gonna see it in a second. They have superstars and X factors everywhere. I mean everywhere. Lamar Jackson, Nolan Smith, Sauce Gardner, Jalen Carter, then his custom player, Derrick Henry, Dallas Goedert. And when I scroll down in about a good two seconds, you'll see the rest. But this is a well-built team for only 2 years in. Look at that. Lane Johnson, Creed Humphreys, Devontae Smith, Cooper DeJean, Jordan Mailata, Zach Bond, Keon Coleman, oh my goodness, Jake Elliott. Thank God the list finally stopped. But if we can win today, we're going 10 and 0, and we can probably get the rest of the season done. But as you see, Sunday night prime time in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Man, this is going to be a hard team for me to beat because my favorite team is the Eagles, but we are underway as Jake Elliott is there to kick it away to Marcus Harrison. You see the Titans are in those little throwback unis as Marcus Harris takes somebody's ankles and he gets a little bit more, gets it up to the 32-yard line, and that's where our game will start as wait for it, as first and 10 we hand it off to Tony Pollard, who tries to get some positive yards. He does, but not a lot. Second and 9. Going back to that PXML first season form with us barely getting yards as Nolan Smith already gets his first sack of the game. Those X Factors. Look at this. His whole defensive line for this play is X Factors and Superstars as we get it underneath to Tony Pollard, who escapes, and now Tony Pollard has a chance at the first down. And he almost gets there. 4th and 1, play clock under 10. Titans looking to go for it. Cam Ward under a little bit of pressure gets it underneath to Chigoziem Okonkwo, who has a first down and a lot more. And Chigoziem Okonkwo, he's been there all season when we needed him. He's been our go-to guy in the receiving game, as now Tajay Spears on the field has a first down and a lot more, but he just gets caught up to by Sauce Gardner. A little touchdown saving tackle there, but let's see if they can save the touchdown on this play, and they can't. Calvin Ridley in for another touchdown on this season. I believe he's already at 7 to 10 so far. He's not up there in receiving yards, but in touchdowns he's up there as Joey Sly kicks it out of the back of the Eagles end zone, and we got ourselves up to a good lead. As you saw, our zone coverage was messed up there. Luckily, the Eagles kept it on the ground. If they passed it there, I'm sure it would have gone for a touchdown. It's now 2nd and 4. Titans drawing up a blitz. Not Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson looking to pass the ball there. Gets deflected up in the air. We almost had a chance at a pick there, but now 3rd and 4 off the RPO. Lamar Jackson gets it underneath to a wide open Dallas Goedert, who gets the first down and more. And that's something about this Eagles team. You guys will see it a lot through this game, but I realized this is an RPO heavy team as one of our players is injured there. I believe that was Cody Barton, and that is not good as Lamar Jackson gets it to Devontae Smith, because if this is a bad injury, then we are almost out of linebackers. Luckily, it is not. As you remember earlier in the season, Cedric Gray got injured with it was I think it was some really bad shoulder. I forgot. It was some really bad shoulder injury. He's still out. You guys have not heard me call his name in a while. That's because he is still injured. I believe he's coming back after the bye week or something like that. But now 3rd and 2. Lamar Jackson dropping back to pass, getting it underneath to Keon Coleman for first down and more. And the Eagles looking to tie up this game pretty fast as Jalen Hurts hands it off. Not Jalen Hurts. Lamar Jackson hands it off to Derrick Henry. And you can kind of see Um, the Philadelphia Eagles have turned into the Baltimore Ravens there in the backfield as Lamar Jackson is not sacked. James Williams Sr. did not get the tackle there, and Lamar Jackson is going to have a first down somehow. Now, really in the red zone with less than a minute left, he gets it outside to Dallas Goddard. But like I was saying earlier, the Philadelphia Eagles have become the Baltimore Ravens in that backfield. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, if you guys do remember, as Lamar Jackson throws it right into the hands of Xavier Woods. But now we're on our 2 yard line, and the Eagles are obviously dialing up a mid blitz. We have to get the ball out fast here. Cam Ward going deep for Alec Meyer. Oh my goodness. He almost had it there, but now 2nd and 10 from the 2 yard line. Still picking up the pass. Eagles don't send a blitz this time. Cam Ward, watch out. And he just steps out of the back of his end zone, pulling a Dan Orlosky in. Honestly, I don't know what happened there. Actually, I do know what happened there because I do kind of remember. I was backing up and I saw I was about to step out of the end zone. So I thought if I just let go of my sticks, Cam Ward would just stop where he was. He obviously didn't. I don't know if I had stick drift at the moment or maybe the game is like, oh, you can't just like let go of your sticks. He'll still have that momentum. I probably think it was the momentum as Dallas Goddard, Lamar Jackson somehow fit it in, and Dallas Goddard is going to take it 68 yards for a or 58 yards for a touchdown. Somehow that was an amazing pass. It looked like James Williams Sr. might have had that pick or at least a swat, but just got it over his head. But I thought if I just let go of my sticks, Cam Ward would just kind of like stop backing up, but he just kept backing up, and I realized it like a like point 1 millisecond late because literally the next second I tried to push up on my left stick to go forward, but I guess the input was too late and just kind of stepped out the back of my end zone. It's kind of funny because that time the Eagles didn't even send a blitz; it was regular. When the Eagles sent the blitz, I stood right where I was. They don't send a blitz, and I'm like all the way back there. I have no clue why. As Cam Ward, oh my goodness, the blitz just got to him. He looked like he was gonna go deep for Onumar, but maybe lucky that he didn't. As Cam Ward takes it on the read option, and he does not get the first down. Now 3rd and inches, looking to hand the ball off to Tony Pollard. He takes it and he gets the first down. And so far, our offense has looked pretty good against this kind of like stacked Eagles defense. As well, spoke a little too soon. Cam Ward sails it out wide, and also that time he almost got sacked there, but luckily he didn't. He just got the pass off. Now Tony Pollard works it up to the second level, gets a first down, and this running game has been amazing for us so far. Is now man in motion. Cam Ward off the play action, looking to fit it into a tight window, but the window was too tight, and Zach Bond comes up with the pick. Now Zach Bond running down the sideline takes Okonkwo's ankles, and he gets down to the 47. And that play, just looking at this play, I looked at this play 2 times. One when I was editing the video, and now the second time, and I just got so mad at myself. Because first of all, like I know why I made that throw as Dallas Goddard gets it off the RPO, and Dallas Goddard is gone for another touchdown. And you guys are seeing back to what I said earlier with the Eagles being the heavy RPO team. But like I was saying, that play kind of made me mad because it was an obvious Tampa too, but usually when I run that play, that dig route is like always my read. That is my read, like usually no matter what. So I kind of threw it to the dig route impulsively, thinking Cam Ward could like fit it in that window. I think I might have gone for a high pass. I don't know. It's definitely been a while, but like looking back at it, I had Calvin Ridley wide open, not for a touchdown. Because if I pass lead it down, like maybe like for a possession catch, but I definitely had Calvin Ridley wide open. So looking back at that, it's like, come on, man, you gotta read the field. You gotta go through your progressions, and it ended up costing us big because now the Eagles are up by 9. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, going deep for Kim DK, who makes the grab. Oh my goodness, over Cooper DeSheen. What a catch! And somehow he came down with that one. That was a high thrown ball. It just I guess Johnson in the basket as Ja'Cory Bennett comes up there with the roughing the kicker flag as Joey Sly tries to keep it out of the back of the end zone, but a little bit too much kick power on that one anyway. As now 1st and 10, Lamar Jackson rolling out of the pocket at going for Dallas Goedert again, who has been slicing up the Titans defense so far. He is finding somewhere to be open like every single play. I don't know how, but just some way as Keon Coleman off the RPO tries to make a couple of juhus, but it's not work out, or I guess it works out because he got some extra yards off of it. Now 2nd and 3, about 2 minutes left to go, or 2 minutes 20 seconds left to go. Lamar Jackson dialing up the screen pass to Derrick Henry, who will stiff arm a man. That was Chiadobe Awuzie. He just put into the ground, but luckily, he was just tackled a little bit after that, put on some damage control. Now, the Eagles changing up their whole formation before the 2 minute warning. Will they get a playoff? 2 minutes, 1 second. They will. They hand it off to Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry has a big hole. First down before he's cut, sticks to the ground. Now, 2 minutes left. Eagles with a 2 point lead. We need to make a stop here, at least lead them to a field goal or maybe get an interception. Lamar Jackson going for Hollywood Brown, but it is just forced out there. Now Lamar Jackson handing it off to Derrick Henry, who will somehow find his way through that offensive line. It seemed like he would have been stuck up behind the line of scrimmage, but I don't know how he got past all that. Now going over the middle for Devontae Smith, who gets wrecked by Deontay Lawson. Now 1st and goal, play clock already under 5, handing it off to Derrick Henry, who, oh my goodness, Derrick Henry took a hit there. Usually he's the one administering hits. This time he's the one taking the hit. Now 2nd and goal, Derrick Henry taking the handoff, and he will be easily in to the end zone for a touchdown. So far, I mean, we have just made mistakes. Or I shouldn't say mistakes. Offensively, we have made mistakes. Defensively, this guy is just dicing us up. I mean, he's absolutely cooking us. Dallas Goedert is finding his way open every single time. The only thing that good that came up on defense for us as Cam Ward throws it right into the hand of Sauce Gardner. What was that? And honestly, I don't know what that was. I passed let it inside, and I looked like at the last second switchback. I don't know what happened. As Lamar Jackson hands it off to Derrick Henry, and now just like that, the Eagles still have 2 timeouts left to go. And unless they turn the ball over, they will have an easy Jake Elliott field goal as Derrick Henry breaks one tackle and he gets pushed forward by Lane Johnson. Now 3rd and 6, and the Eagles just let the time run all the way down. They don't want to risk running another play, I guess. Now Jake Elliott will be on the field for about a 50-yarder that will be easily up and good. And the Eagles take a 12-point lead going into halftime, and they get the ball coming out of halftime. So we could not be in a worse situation right now as Joey slides here to kick it away to Hollywood Brown, who will have a return. Try to get some space here, Hollywood Brown. Oh my goodness, almost found the hole, and if he did, he would have been gone. Now out of the I formation to start the second half. Lamar Jackson going outside, and it's almost picked off. Oh my goodness. One little turnaround, and we would have been taking it the other way as now Lamar Jackson going for Devontae Smith. And another thing that these Eagles are good with. I almost called them the Ravens for some. Look, this Derrick Henry Lamar Jackson has really confused me. First, I was calling Lamar Jackson Jalen Hurts. Now I'm almost going to Philadelphia Eagles or Baltimore Ravens as they deal up another screen pass to Derrick Henry, who will not have much to go. Only gets 4 yards there. Now 3rd and 6. But another thing these Eagles are good at, or really consistent at doing, as Lamar Jackson just fits it in there. They're running these curl routes a lot. Like as you see, they're running these curl routes, and it's working out for them every time. And maybe that read option won't work out for them anymore, as Mr. O.O. has the tackle for loss dialed in before the play was even started as Lamar Jackson rolling out of the pocket, going for, oh my goodness, come on. Got to come down with that interception as he went for Keon Coleman there, and it was kind of dialed up as Jonathan Grenard forces a stop, and now Jake Elliott will have a long field goal that will be up and good from 57, and they might not even have got the field goal there. Chiadobe Awuzie did not jump for the ball at all. He had it dialed in. I don't know why he didn't make a move on it as Marcus Harris gets his return up to the 32-yard line. And now we need look, this type of deficit isn't crazy. This is 2 touchdowns, 2 stops, or technically 2 touchdowns, 1 stop, just to get the game tied in the 2 point conversion. This is not a crazy deficit as Cam Ward off the play action. Cam Ward going deep for Calvin Ridley, who snags the ball out of the air. Oh my goodness. He absolutely took that away from, I believe that was Sauce Gardner who had a play on the ball. And my goodness, any other play that might have been an interception, but that time Calvin Ridley says no. I mean, he literally stole the ball from the air. That was crazy. And look at that, just like that, we have 1 touchdown that we need. Now we just need a stop as we almost get it there. Mr. Oh, absolutely destroyed the lineman that was trying to run block him there. Now 2nd and 9 after Derrick Henry only got one. The Ravens looked like they were trying to dial up another screen pass there as Derrick Henry kind of flared out, but they get it over the middle to, I believe that was Devontae Smith. Now the Eagles call a timeout, and I'm just going to go over this really quickly. If you guys realize, we also lost one of our timeouts as Lamar Jackson gets it to Dallas Goedert on a diving catch. Um, just to explain it really quickly, Eagles called a timeout. The Eagles is commissioner of the league, and basically he called a timeout to tell me that I was doing something that, looking back at it and recording the video, that I was not doing. So it's kind of weird to call a timeout, and then he asked me to burn one of my timeouts. So in doing that really could come back to hurt us as we are still down, and it looks like the Eagles are going to get another field goal here unless we get a turnover. But basically, he was like, "Oh, you can't be like moving your guys pre-snap, or like you can't like manually move your guys pre-snap. You can only use in-game movements," which I literally was not doing. If you just look at the previous plays, I know it's not like all there as we get into the fourth quarter. But if you just look at it before the snap, I'm not moving my guy, and it looks like they're already where they're supposed to be. And all of this, like where you kind of see my character moving as Lamar Jackson takes off here and he gets the first down, and you see my character moving. That's not me moving them. That's the game moving them. When I press things like show blitz, my character will just like move down, or when I like shade alignment, they'll do that. So basically, in essence, basically, I literally was not doing any of the things I was not doing any of the things that he said I was doing as Lamar Jackson will get it over the middle to Hollywood Brown, who gets air tackled into the end zone by Kevin Winston Jr., and the Eagles will take 15-point lead. But in essence, I kind of just burned a timeout for no reason, but obviously it's okay. What am I going to do about it now? We're at the current time of me making this video, we're in season 3. This happens in mid-season 2, and when I say we're in season 3, I don't mean to scare you guys like I'm not forgetting about this theory. We're not that far in season 3. We literally just started, so it's still week 1. So like, yeah, we're far ahead, but like I'll catch up. Actually, I probably won't catch up. I'll catch up when all the seasons are done, I guess. As Chigoziem Okonkwo gets a first down there. Now we really need to come back here. As under 6 minutes left to go. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, going over the middle to Calvin Ridley, who somehow hangs on through the contact. It was a custom play there. I'm going to call him Joker because I believe that's what the name is supposed to be. Joker could not force that ball out, but this time the ball will be forced out, and that was not a fumble. You guys don't even have to wait. I won't even play the replay. That was not a fumble. Tony Pollard. Now, that one was not as obvious as the other ones we've gotten this season, like against the Jaguars. But, yeah, he was down. That was not a fumble. As now Cam Ward dropping back to pass, going for Kim DK. And the ball was a little bit too high. Or Kim DK at least said it was too high. He didn't even try to jump for that one. Now 3rd and 6. Cam Ward dropping back to pass has a wide open Tony Pollard. He just sails it over his head somehow. Now 4th and 6. We're going for it. Down by 15. We kind of have to. Cam Ward is going to take off for it. Cam Ward has space in the middle of the field, but he will not reach the end zone before the defenders reach him, and he just slides down. Now 1st and goal, under 4:30 left to go in this game. No huddle. Titans staying in the same formation. Cam Ward calling up a passing play, making some adjustments. You see all these adjustments going on here. Cam Ward going for Okonkwo, who is into the end zone for a touchdown, and we make this a one possession game again. Look, we're not going for 2 yet. We're saving 2 for like last second. Like, if we can bring this down to last second, then yeah. Or if we get a stop here and We score a touchdown as now Barter has wide open space, and Barter, oh my goodness, he almost took it away for a touchdown. Almost broke the hearts of Titans fans as now Lamar Jackson going on the RPO again, but Jonathan Grenard reads it perfectly now. 2nd and 10 already in that Jake Elliott field goal range, and most we can do is maybe get a turnover as Deontay Lawson misses a tackle, and Lamar Jackson is going to run into the end zone for a touchdown. And man, oh man, that is unfortunate. If you guys see there, I literally was about to blow the lights out in Lamar Jackson's head with Deontay Lawson. I am not saying that I'm not saying 100% guaranteed that I would have got that hit stick as Marcus Harris is running across the field, almost found himself a gap there. But I'm not saying like guaranteed I would have got that hit stick. But like I had a really good chance at getting that hit stick, but it made me switch stick for some reason as Okonkwo breaks some tackles. If you guys go back, I literally had Lamar Jackson almost dead to rights, and I went for the hit stick, and it made me switch stick, which is just really unlucky. As now Cam Ward going for Calvin Ridley on the same play. He got him last time, and it works again. Calvin Ridley has been our big money maker so far today. As now 1st and goal from the 4-yard line, under 3 minutes to go. Cam Ward dropping back to pass. The Eagles send a blitz, and we get it to Okonkwo dropped it. He almost had it though. Yeah, it was really close as we try to change the play up, but they call a false start on us as we get it to Calvin Ridley, who has a hat trick on the day now. Calvin Ridley, have yourself a Sunday night football game as Joey Sly is here to kick it away, and we need a stop. We just like I said earlier, though, losing the timeout for no reason could come back to hurt us, and it obviously has, as we only have two, but we technically have three because we have the 2-minute warning. So we need a stop fast as Lamar Jackson looking to pass it on 1st and 10, going for Keon Coleman, who gets the first down. I guess at this point in the game, that is the best thing we could give up as the Eagles just let it simmer down to the 2-minute warning. And there goes our third timeout. Now only two left. We need three straight stops. We cannot give up any type of gain clock play as the Eagles pass it on 1st down, and that's going to stop the clock. And now we have two timeouts for two plays as the Eagles going underneath for Derrick Henry, who has nowhere to go. Now 3rd and 17, we could get this ball back and have ourselves some good field position as Lamar Jackson telling Keon Coleman to go up the field. And oh man, that is a heartbreaker. That was an amazing throw by Lamar to kind of end this game, and most likely that is a very risky throw too for Madden terms. For Madden terms, a lot of times that ball will kind of sail to the left, but in essence that will end the game. We put ourselves in a hole first of all with the Cam Ward stepping out of the back of the end zone. I mean, I'm not saying we would have got a touchdown on that drive either, or even scored points, but just put ourselves in a bad situation. Then you had the what was it? The Zach Bond interception when we had Calvin Ridley wide open down the field. That also put us in a bad situation. And it's just like, just one of those games that we were very close to winning, if not for some early mistakes, and we just could not get a stop on defense. I mean, and the epitome of it is really that 3rd and 17 play when we had it, but Lamar Jackson just made an amazing throw. Him and Dallas Goedert have been dicing us up all day. So yeah, that's of course the replay shows the Deontay Lawson just switch stick miss. Fortunately, but look, we just got to do better, especially on defense. We cannot allow performances like that ever again. If we want to win the games in this league, we just got against these big teams. We cannot allow defensive performances like that because that was bad. But other than that, oh, talking about some things I wanted to. Sorry, I only got one video out this weekend. I found myself a little busy, stuck up in some other work, so I did not get to make as many videos as I wanted to. So I will probably get some more out in the next week, and that goes into my next point. More videos are probably going to be coming out because I'm a little bit more free with my time. My sports season has ended, so I'm not getting home at like 8 o'clock every day now. So it's going to be a little bit easier for me to get some videos out in like the next couple of weeks, months, unless I'm like busy doing some other stuff. But yeah, and then going for the next couple of Madden games. Texans game is a CPU game, so that's going to be like a 15, 20 minute video. It's just going to be a quick one. And unfortunately, I did it again. So you guys know how last season the Jaguars game I forgot to download the Twitch stream to actually edit the video. I did it again with the Colts. So I believe what is it, week 9 or week 10 against the Colts that will just not exist because I forgot to download it from Twitch so I could actually edit it. So that video doesn't exist. And then other than that, I guess that's week 9 against the Colts. That won't exist. So next video you'll see is week 8 against the Texans. Then it'll be week 11 versus the Bengals coming off the bye. But really, other than that, that's gonna be it for me in this video. As you see, Camp Ward did not get that part 2. I didn't know that was thing, but other than that, that's gonna be it for me in this video. And peace out.